How you feeling there, bud? You excited?
Stuffy.
That makes sense. It has been over a month at this stage. I mean, that smell's not your fault.
Well, he doesn't look exactly like Nick Cage.
Well, maybe somebody shouldn't have dropped the face. And stepped on it.
I think I look pretty good.
You do look good, bud. You know, you look great.
Can I make one suggestion?
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, bud. Anyway, back to work. The camera's not going to operate itself. Happy harvest season, dear viewers. Welcome back to another Poor Taste Buds. I, as always, unless it's like Halloween or something, am James, R.I. Cady.
And I am introduces himself. So, James.
So, introduces.
I seem to recall you mentioning we would do something from over the garden wall for Halloween.
No, not for Halloween. Just autumn, because we ran out of time for Halloween. So, just autumn.
Right. Sorry. So, just autumn. So, do I even need to guess, or...
I cannot imagine that you haven't figured it out by now, but just in case, I will give you a clue. They are warm and soft, like puppies and socks.
Yeah, no, that's Wait a minute, though. That is kind of a weird way to describe it, though, isn't it?
I mean, I guess. What if I said they're sweeter than algebra class?
Okay, yeah, no, that's still really weird. Like, I don't see how the two correlate.
Okay, they're shiny and large like a fisherman's barge. What?
That's what I'm saying, man. I have no idea.
Okay, this should settle it. It is the last thing on your task list.
Oh, God, I always try so hard not to look at this thing. All right, let's see. Yep, okay, did that. Yep. Let's see. Be late. Yeah, of course. Will's name is also a word. Delightful, obviously. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was. But, like, you gotta admit, out of context, those lyrics are, like, objectively weird, right?
Yeah, I mean, they really kind of are. Potatoes and molasses.
Oh boy, mealtime! This is way better than being chased by a gorilla. Oh, what's the matter? Kinda bland. Hey, I know what to do. Here, Miss Langtree, play something like this.
Oh, like this?
Good enough. Oh, potatoes and molasses. If you want some, oh, just ask us. They're warm and soft like puppies and socks, filled with cream and candy rocks. Oh, potatoes and molasses. They're so much sweeter than algebra class. If your stomach is grumbling and your mouth starts mumbling, there's only one thing to keep your brain from crumbling. Oh, potatoes and molasses. If you can't see 'em, put on your glasses. They're shiny and large, like a fisherman's barge. You know you've eaten enough when you start seeing stars. Oh, potatoes and molasses.
So yeah, potatoes and molasses from that delightful little number, from that delightful little show, Over the Garden Wall. If you haven't seen it, go and see it, because it's rad. We watch it every... Halloween, but yeah, we know that show technically takes place entirely on Halloween, and so
we're late.
Yes, yeah, we just had scheduling conflicts and too much stuff to do during the month of Halloween, and we ran out of time. But the whole show's kind of steez is very just autumnal overall, so we thought it'd be okay. There's an episode with the turkeys in it, so
True.
Yeah. The point I think Greg is trying to make is he's trying to raise morale during Schooltown Follies because all they have for lunch is some bland potatoes they certainly appear mashed. It's reasonable to assume that they are mashed potatoes, but because he indicates that they are bland and decides to spice them up with a bit of molasses, I interpreted that as just mashed potatoes, nothing else in them. No butter, no milk, none of that other stuff. So that's what we have here. I did also make some potatoes that do have at least the standard butter and milk in them, so we can try it with that. We also used russet potatoes. I don't know if that's the kind of thing that people care about. That's just it seemed like the most logical to me. And we are adapting our recipe from our dear friend Sarah's method for making potatoes. Mike, how do you feel about sweet potatoes in general, and also molasses?
I'm cool with it. I've had molasses before. It's molasses.
Yeah, well, how do you feel about sweet potatoes? Or sorry,
I
not
like
sweet potatoes. Mashed potatoes.
Oh, I love mashed potatoes.
Okay.
But I usually like them with like a lot of salt and pepper and stuff.
Yeah. So,
and butter.
mashed potatoes are a side that I'm more or less ambivalent about. I mean, like I enjoy them when they're there, but I don't necessarily miss them when they're not. I have never had straight molasses. Mm-hmm. I've had molasses cookies. I've had like baked goods that have molasses in them. I don't think this is going to be unbearable.
No, it's got potatoes in it. I love potatoes.
Yeah, I think at worst it's going to be not good, but not bad. So might as well dive in.
Let's get it. Let's get this potatoes.
Probably be easier if you had a spoon.
Hush you. Nice. It's pretty good.
I think we just performed alchemy. Because we just turned potatoes into sweet potatoes. Because that's exactly what it tastes like. This tastes like mashed sweet potatoes.
It is very similar.
Yeah, and now that I'm going to take a minute to mix them in.
Same, actually.
Yeah, then it sort of make the flavors a little more uniform. You saw how they looked in the cartoon. Obviously, they're a little bit it's just kind of resting on top of this very aesthetically pleasing pool. But that's not really how potatoes work. They kind of absorb liquid, as we all know. So
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that I'm actually very hungry right now. But
well, as we've discussed before, hunger is the best seasoning.
Yeah.
Followed by salt. I can honestly say this is better than being chased by a gorilla.
Yeah. Wait, have you been chased by a gorilla?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it's better. It's worse. It's better than this. Yeah, I can't imagine it's better than this. Yeah. But I have seen that show probably 15 times now.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna eat all of this.
Okay. Don't spoil your appetite.
I won't. I'm very hungry. This actually goes really well together, though.
Yeah, I'm not. A little something about me. For a long time, there was a regional grocery store that we have up here used to make this. It was intended to be a grilling sauce, and it was like a sweet onion and fig, grilling sauce that you put on ribs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I fell in love with that stuff real quick, and decided on a lark to just put them on a frozen microwave mashed potatoes one time, and it became my favorite thing for a while, to the point that my mom actually put that stuff in a layer cake that she made for one of my birthdays one time.
Wow.
It was actually pretty good. It was weird, but it was good. And actually, that goes in
that explains so
that goes
much
in the
about
origin
you.
story that the prequel graphic novel that will inevitably come out explaining all of this.
I don't know. I'm not getting necessarily the sweet potato vibe that you got. It is, yeah, a little bit of that, but it's also there's something slightly different about it. The molasses has a sort of sharper taste that's coming through a little bit.
It could just be the potatoes aren't boiled as well as I'd hoped they were.
I don't know. I think they taste good.
I didn't say they taste bad. These are a little firmer than I.
I will say this now. I do very much understand now the reasoning for choosing molasses in the potato to spice up the potatoes. It works. It's good.
Reasoning was it was literally the only thing there.
Well, I'm glad they had it because it's good.
They had potatoes, and there was a jug of molasses sitting on top of the upright piano, as that's where people traditionally keep molasses.
Alternatively, I wonder if this is what being on the brink of death tastes like. Sorry, spoilers.
I don't think.
Oh, I killed him. James? Ah, why is that sticky? Alright, yeah, he's gone. I'm gonna eat his potatoes.
So these potatoes have some butter and some milk in them,
Why are you talking?
which I understand are the bare minimum for standard mashed potatoes. A lot of people put other stuff, garlic, whatever, but this video's already going to be long for reasons that will become clear. Thank you. It's like sweet Marmite.
Are you all right?
Help! Help! Where do I put it?
Paper towel.
I don't know, on the paper towel. Where
On the floor? On the floor between us?
No, that's a bad idea. That's the opposite of what's good.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Will. So, let's see how it tastes with a little bit of salt and dairy in there. I can't imagine it'll be worse. In fact, I suspect it'll be better.
I'm gonna mix it up nice and good. Oh, it does actually smell nice. Gotta fold the cheese.
I don't know what that means! That was a Schitt's Creek reference. Katie got it.
I did. God, Schitt's Creek is so good.
It really
Cheers.
is.
I think that improves it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, by virtue of having butter, salted butter in it, it's automatically saltier, which is great.
Yeah. And I like salty things.
And yeah, you can't, salty and sweet. So, yeah.
Classic combination. Really good. Potatoes and molasses.
To the point that if I would... Sometimes we do ratings. Sometimes we do recommendations.
I recommend this with a rating of 6.
Out of...
I don't know, like 6 3/4.
Okay, so that's very good. I would say with a little bit more insight. If you're looking for a way to just kind of like, if you're having mashed potatoes or something, maybe at your Thanksgiving dinner, and you're just looking for something maybe a little bit different. I mean, be cautious, because I'm sure some people aren't going to like it. If you have a bunch of diabetics at your Thanksgiving, maybe take a pass. But yeah, it is different enough, but good. Mm-hmm. I'm pleasantly surprised. I didn't think it was going to be bad, but yeah, no, I would gladly eat this just as a thing.
This one tastes a little bit more like sweet potatoes to me.
Well, again, part of it is also, I think, because you also usually eat sweet potatoes prepared more like this rather than just like a mashed sweet potato with nothing else in it. So that might be why. And I actually might be making the connection because I think a lot of sweet potato casseroles do have a little bit of molasses in them. So it all goes back and forth. So
Also, I'd like to revise my rating. I'd like to give this a perfect 5 out of 7.
that's worse than the one you did before.
Nope, it's perfect. Thank you, Cady.
It's an internet reference.
He's made it many times before. That's not the point. 5 out of 7, perfect or not, is still 5 out of 7. Those numbers mean something.
You just got trolled, bitch.
No, I didn't.
No, that's the whole point of the thing.
I don't get it.
Okay, alright, good.
I haven't been trolled, because I say I haven't.
Okay.
You just got trolled by me denying that you trolled me.
I don't think that's how it works.
That was erotic. Do it again.
I'm scared now. So
I know how to make Mike not do things anymore. Hey, Mike, have you covered all 10,000 taste buds?
What's a 10?
That was erotic. Do it again. It didn't work. Fuck.
Really, can't move it around there. Cover all 10,000 taste buds. Aerate it. That's a 10.
Go to the outro, please. So that's potatoes and molasses. I don't know if any of you guys noticed this very fancy mug in the background here. Cady was kind enough to provide it. Made by a dear friend of hers, Sarah Brousseau. Does all sorts of cool pottery, ceramic stuff, not just over the garden wall stuff. You said Wind Waker, other sort of pop culture fun stuff. If you want to check out her Etsy shop, Moonrise Pottery RI on Instagram and Etsy. Yeah, go ahead and check her out. This mug is it's a really nice mug, and it's cute, and yeah, really
And it's got...
great way to show your fandom and support, an artist. I'm just gonna come out and say this. My printer ran out of ink earlier tonight, so all of our notes and stuff we've been reading off of our phone, and then there was a thing, and so all the stuff that I was going to say right now, I had it more well-crafted than it's going to come out. But the gist of the outro that I had written is basically, there is a very good chance that I, James R.I. Cady, will be moving house sometime in the next, let's say, 4 to 12 months. And with me, so too will the Under 655 headquarters, thank you, be moving.
How this will affect the channel and its content.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, I'll stop. I'll put on serious face. Moderately
To
serious
answer-
face.
To answer Mike's question, what it means is, wherever I end up, I don't know yet, it will inevitably be smaller than this house that all of us have been hanging out and having fun in for the last 17 years. So I will need to set aside a good amount of time to just basically go through everything I own and probably get rid of a good 50% of it. Now,
Do I now say a thing?
I think you just did.
Okay.
Now, as to how this will manifest visually in the work that we do, it means a handful of concessions are going to be made. I need to spend time on that stuff, which means that I need to spend probably a little bit less time conceptualizing and writing and editing. So I'm going to do little things that just make things a little bit easier on me in terms of workload. Videos are probably going to be a little bit longer for the time being, just because it means like, I don't have to do as many passes to get them down to the nice, consumable 15 minutes that we generally try to shoot for. To compensate for that potential runtime of having to spend less time editing, we're also probably going to stop, at least for the time being, verbally doing our special thanks at the end of every video. Those will be in the description of the video. We'll put them in the end credits. We will try to thank anyone who helps out as best we can. It's just about keeping things simple in terms of runtime and things like that. And it does mean that, at least for the foreseeable future, we're probably just going to end most of our videos with a quick, simple, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, follow us on social media under 655 Studios.
655.
Across all platforms. And if you want to show us support, go ahead and check out our Patreon. There's a link in the description. And until next time, I have been James R.I. Cady.
And I have been introduces himself again.
And we're the PoorTasteBuds
Buds
of Under 65 Studios.
655.
And we will see you soon.